Hello everybody, it's Maikito, and quickly going over yesterday's picks. Did pretty good yesterday. Our only misses was Harry Kane over 3 shots. He only took 2, and Sane over 0.5 shots on target. He took 2, but neither was on target. But Neuer under 1.5 goals allowed hit. They didn't even concede 1. Eric Dyer over 64.5 passes. I knew that one was going to hit. Holland over 3 shots hit. I believe that one hit towards the end of the game. Ederson under 2.5. He had 2 saves within like the first 20 minutes of the game. And went all the way to extra time, played another 100 minutes, and he did not get one more save. So that one was a good call. De Bruyne over 0.5 goals and assists. I told you he's a big game player. He always comes in the clutch in these big games, and he did score for them. And then Kamavinga, to take him at plus money, I knew he was going to be a good pick, especially at plus money after taking him last game, and he hit. And then my gut calls are now 6 for 6. Bayern money line against Arsenal. I just had a feeling that after Arsenal had these bad running games that they were going to choke against Bayern, and Bayern is just a big team. You cannot, even when Bayern isn't playing their greatest throughout the whole season, they'll still always find a way in the Champions League. So my gut call hit. So only had 2 wrong yesterday, and for that I got 6 right. So 6 for 2, pretty good day. And there are a couple of picks that I like for the Europa and Europa Conference League, and I just thought I'd give those out to you guys as well. I thought about maybe not posting, but I found some, and I thought I'd give those to you. My first pick is in the Europa League. It is Virgil van Dijk, higher than 0.5 shots, playing away from home for Liverpool, going up against Atalanta. He had 2 last game, both of them from corners, and Liverpool only had 4 corners that game. And I feel like that mainly has to do with the fact that they underestimated this Atalanta side, which they really did, honestly. But this next game, Liverpool is going to be really, really aggressive. They lost the first game 3-0, so if they want any chance to come back, they're going to have to be really aggressive. They need to at least win by 3 to take it to extra time. And when it comes to set pieces, when it comes to like free kicks or corners, he's the main target because he's the biggest guy. He can jump the highest. He's really good in the air, and I would be surprised if Liverpool don't get any corners. Like I said, last game they only got 4 corners, but this next game they're projected to get around 7 to 8, and which I do believe is going to be the case. Like I said, they're going to be aggressive, and he's going to be on the end of at least one of them. We just need him to get 1 shot, and he's just really good in the air. So like Van Dijk, higher than 0.5 shots. My next pick is in the Europa Conference League. It is Edin Dzeko, higher than 2.5 shots, playing at home for Fenerbahce, going up against Olympiacos. He's one of those that he's a shooter, he's an older player, he's a vet. He's like he can't rely on his speed or his dribbling as much. So he's a shooter. That's like what he does. He averages 4.8 shots per 90 minutes in the league, and I say per 90 because I think he's gonna play the full game. He played the full game last game and away from home, and he had 3. And in 5 games that he played in the Conference League, he has 11 shots, so he averages over 2, but 3 of them came off the bench. So whenever he does play, in both games that he did start, he went over this mark. And like I said, last game he had 3, and they are down. They lost the first game 3-2, which just means Olympiacos is going to defend more, Fenerbahce is going to shoot more, which means more opportunities for Dzeko, and he already went over last game, and they took 15 shots as a team away. This next game I'm expecting around 18, 19. He's a shooter, and I like Dzeko to go higher than 2.5 shots. And my last player prop, it is in the Europa League. It is Christian Pulisic, higher than 0.5 shots on target, playing away from home for AC Milan, going up against Roma. In the 7 games in the Europa League, he has had 7 shots, and out of those 7, 5 of them have been on target. So he does pretty good. Almost all of his shots that he takes are in. Almost all the shots he takes are on target. He's played them 3 times this season, twice in the league, and once last game when they played them at home. And he's gone over this mark in 2 out of the 3 games. And he usually does pretty good against Roma because Roma is just not good at defending down the wings. And this is arguably, and I think everybody can agree that this is Pulisic's best season. He has been doing really, really good dribbling-wise. And he likes to take long shots, and he averages a little over 1 shot on target overall in the league. And they need to win because they lost last game. So I feel like he's going to be a pivotal part if they want to come back, because a lot of the times the teams concentrate on Leao and in the center they concentrate on Giroud not getting shots because he's clinical, and this is why Pulisic has been getting a lot of space down the wings. And Roma's already weak at defending them. He does good against them. So I like Pulisic to go higher than 0.5 shots on target. Before I get into the money lines, I want to give a quick shout out to my partner Underdog Fantasy. You can use code Maikito linked in the description. They'll match your first deposit up to $100, and I really appreciate anybody who uses that code. I also have my Cashapp linked in the description if you're feeling generous and want to give back. We've been doing really good lately, and it is not required, but everything is always appreciated. I try to do this as much as I can for you guys with my schedule. Again, anybody who uses my Underdog code or donates, I just really appreciate you guys. My first pick, it is AC Milan win or draw going up against Roma. Before this last game where they lost against Roma, which I'm really surprised they did, Milan had not lost against Roma in their last 9 games. The last time that they had lost against Roma was back in October of 2019, and they need to win to at least stay in it. And for this to happen, Roma would have to beat Milan, which I don't think will happen. I don't think they beat them twice in a row. I don't even know when was the last time that had ever happened. And in general, if you just look at the league, when AC Milan plays in the league, they have not lost 14 out of 17 games. So I just think they were really unlucky to lose to Roma, and now they need to at least win against them to continue into the next round. But I think it's a good safe play and a good bet to take in a parlay. So I like AC Milan win or draw. My next pick is in the Europa Conference League. It is the Fenerbahce money line going up against Olympiacos. In my opinion, if you watch the game, I think they should have won that game, and they're going to be way more aggressive, especially because they lost that game. They conceded 3 goals from 1.5 expected from Olympiacos, so they shouldn't have conceded 3 in the first place. And Fenerbahce scored 2 goals when they were expected to score 3.43. So not only were they unlucky to have conceded 3, they were also unlucky to not score more than 2. And now that they're playing at home, I think it's a good spot for them to come back against Olympiacos. They have a good attack with Tadic and Dzeko. They have good experience, and they need to win this game if they want any chance to go through. And I just like Fenerbahce money line against Olympiacos. And my last pick is in the Europa League. It's the Liverpool money line against Atalanta. They got absolutely destroyed against them last game 3-0, which I'm really surprised. And I think the main reason why is because they really underestimated Atalanta. They could have had their main squad, but they didn't. I don't think they expected how good Atalanta would be, and I don't think anybody expected this to happen. But they need to win to at least soften the blow, whether it's 1-0, 2-0, 2-1. For them to qualify will be really hard, but we don't need them to qualify. We just need them to get the win, and I think they will. They're going to be going full force this game, and I think this is a good value considering the fact that they're going to be playing full force. And when Liverpool play their full squad this next game, they're expected to have Robertson and Trent Alexander-Arnold back in the squad. And now that they have their full team and they need to win, I expect them to beat Atalanta with their full squad right now healthy. When they actually try and need to win a game, they're arguably the best team in the world. This team won them the Champions League not a couple seasons back, and now they need to win this game. And I just like them against Atalanta when they're going full force to beat them. So I like the Liverpool money line against Atalanta. Thank you everybody for watching. I took all the suggestions from the Discord and the comments from the YouTube, and I feel like most people prefer as you guys would put quality over quantity. Even though last game there was a lot of picks and most of them hit, I think I'll just go ahead with the quantity part. If it's a large slate, I might change it to more picks just because there's so many games instead of giving a couple. I did take y'all suggestions into consideration, so I appreciate everybody who commented and gave me feedback. But that's the end of the video. I really appreciate if you watched all the way through. Hopefully, I know I personally can't bet at least when it comes to player props because of where I live. Unfortunately, it's just not, I guess, legal for some reason for the Europa Conference League and stuff when it comes to like underdog and price picks. But when it comes to sports books, I will. Hopefully we can all cash out tomorrow, and I hope you all have a good night.